Hi guys, and welcome back to our Dark Souls playthrough. Okay, so this episode was requested by SandmanHardStyle. He basically wanted me to fight Lorek, so that's what I'm heading to do now. Basically, between the games, I've leveled up some gear, as you can see. So I leveled up my sack, which is badass, and some of the shadow stuff. Keep in mind, this is not a live commentary, guys, but I'm also not reading from a script. That's not my style. I like to babble, so I like to indulge myself a little bit. So, if there's long pauses, which are a bit different, it's because I'm not actually playing this. I recorded it, and I was talking the whole time, giving steps, giving a bit of tutorial on the boss, and at the end, had a look, and I'm like, oh, crap, that wasn't recording. So, yeah. It's always intelligent. Okay, so keep in mind, you want to try and beat this guy after you beat, I think it's Small and Augustine. Is it Smoo? Or what the hell? Small? I'm not very good at pronouncing things. Someone give me a pronunciation guide in the comments. So after you beat those guys, because there's a bonfire right after them, and as you can see, I've just spawned at that bonfire and ran on down. Now, the good thing is that this is the only boss fight, I guess you could call it a boss fight, that there's no real negative for losing. Like, you don't lose humanity, you don't lose anything whatsoever, no souls. You can just spawn at the last bonfire you rested at, and yeah, you just run back down and you just take him on. So it's a lot less frustrating where you can risk souls by fighting some of the optional bosses. So there's a couple of points to keep in mind of this fight. Number one, it's a three-way fight. Oh, not a three-way fight, pardon me. It's a 3-on-1 fight, which means they will try and swarm you. There are ways to minimise this. One, and this is probably one of the most important points, take out the sorcerer, the guy on the left right there, because this guy here interrupts your combos with his sorceries. He does a crap load of damage at a longer range, so he does, there you go, I just got him then. So he does put a lot of pressure on you. You can't, put space between you and the other two melee guys, and it makes the fight a hell of a lot harder. So he's the number one you want to take down if you're having trouble with this fight. Another tactic, which is what I generally use, but once again, I rely on my shield. I just try to use the Estus Flask. I'm like, oh crap, I don't invade much, so forgot you can't heal. Keep that in mind. You want to bring some humanities. If you take out Lorek, the other two do disperse, since it's the same Phantom rule. But, I mean, you've got to have some pretty good gear to go in there and beat Lorek and, not have to worry about Sorcerer. So, that strategy is not advised. I've done it a couple of times, but, yeah, to be honest, it was mostly luck. So, and, yay, died on the first attempt. Didn't have any humanities, so I decided to do no humanities in that fight. So we respawn, and when we respawn, you'll see that I even have that humanity I used in that fight. And the souls and everything. I didn't respawn because I realised that I didn't rest at the place that the princess's chamber. I just walked there and went straight onwards and started recording. So this time I saved. So point one, take out the sorcerer. Point two, focus on hit and run tactics. So what you don't want to see yourself doing is going in there and just thinking, oh, I'll get that extra hit in, it'll be fine, he's stunned. Because the way that stun damage or stunning works in this game, enemies stun after a certain amount of damage inflicted to them. So unless you're absolutely 100% sure that this one extra hit that you can get in is going to stun Lorek and give you enough time to get out, then do it. If not, just stun him once and just run. Because you don't want the other guy coming in and hurting you, because one, he does a bit of damage, and two, he stuns you, which gives Lorek enough time to recover from your assault and strike you back. So hit and run tactics, remember. What's another point? Like I stated previously, we'll make it a point. Point three, bring humanities if you're having trouble. They allow you to heal fully. You can farm humanity at the sewers with the rats. So there's a bonfire, the bonfire in the sewers, just spawn from there and you run down, and it's less than, a half a minute jog. You're there, just do that for a while. Be warned, it does take a bit of time. I was doing it, and for that one humanity there, it took me about 10 minutes, and I was like, hell no. yeah, so I just came here and did this tutorial instead. What's another point? Remember that after you take out the sorcerer, Lorek is your main target. The other guy can be annoying, but yeah, if you kill Lorek, you're two for one, you know? Just makes sense. So as you can see, I go for a dash right there in the sorcerer. And actually kill him pretty fast in this one, which I'm happy with. Gives me plenty of time to run around. He only nudged me a little bit with that, with whatever he was using, that catalyst. So what I'm doing here, I'm demonstrating that, you know, without the sorcerer, you can kind of take your time with this fight. That spear does have a lot of reach, but if you're lucky, they do kind of separate and give you an advantage and gives you that opportunity to attack Lorek. So here, I was just experimenting. I've never done this before. I wanted to try and see how fast they were, and as you can see, they're about the same speed. Now, as I was running up, I was realising, and then they swap spots there, along here would be a hell of a hard fight. It might be different if you're using a a spear and shield, but yeah, with my current setup, that's pretty much a death sentence with the spear user. He's definitely got the advantage there, since I can't move around his spear, which is a spear's major weakness. Here things start getting a bit hairy. I start panicking a bit. Lorek has that tiny bit of health left, but he's got more than enough to slap me with it, so I kind of, you know, start to run. I start to think of, oh crap, okay, how am I going to take this guy down? He's got a bit of health left. That other guy's following. I try and get some cheap shots through here. I've seen the Dark Knights do it before, but it's a no-go. Douchebag rolls into me and does 3 points of damage, which is always intelligent. And anyway, I jump down here, and guess who jumps down with me? Lorek. I use this opportunity, and yeah, I take him down. So that was actually lucky. I don't know if that happens a lot. Maybe you want to try it, Sandman, as you're playing this. Just run around and see if he drops down. If he drops down, as you can see, that was a 1 to 2 second opportunity to take him down. So that's me taking Lorek down. Yeah. So I've never really had that much problem with the fight. I did when I initially, went in a couple of times, and I was thinking, oh crap, it's 3-on-1, you know, like that kind of stuck with me. But after I actually broke apart a fight and started to analyse it, the only real problem was the sorcerer. So remember, step 1, take down that sorcerer. Once you take that guy down, the fight's a hell of a lot harder. Easier, I mean. Why do you want to take him down? 1, he interrupts your combos, which is probably the most annoying thing. 2, he does a bit of damage. So once he's out of the equation, keep in mind hit and run tactics. You don't need to stay there and get that extra head in. You're better off skipping a hit and running off, waiting for them to follow you, and then stand back a bit, wait for them to do their attacks. Remember, Lorek generally has a 2-swing or a 3-swing combo, and I think the max you can do with a spear is such and such. Just keep an eye on the spear guy. It takes a bit of time for him to draw his spear back anyway. So yeah, you want to see Lorek do his 2-hit or 3-hit combo, and then get into him, and then as soon as you've stunned him, this is the easiest way to time it and think about it. Just dodge straight out of the way. Just roll out of there, and then run off, and then wait for them to bring the fight to you, and just backtrack and let them do their attacks, and hit them again. Point 3. Bring humanities. It just makes the fight easier if you're having trouble. Heals you up to full health. You don't lose the humanity. You're gaining this either, so it's not like you're losing the item. You still have the humanity on you for other reasons, whatever you want to do with it. And 4, once the sorcerer is actually taken down, you want to take out Lorek, because while the spear guy is annoying and he does put a bit of pressure on you, you're 2 for 1. If you defeat Lorek after the sorcerer, then the other guy's beaten by default, since he's a phantom. So just stay on Lorek, hit and run tactics once again, and yeah, you should emerge victorious. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. What else do I have to talk about? Can't think of anything off the top of my head. Oh, yeah, I've got to defeat the bosses, basically, for the Lord Souls. So I'm not going to make any more videos until you guys let me know which ones you want me to do. Do you want me to do the Bed of Chaos? Do you want me to do Nito? Or do you want me to do Seath? I hate Seath. Don't say Seath. If you say Seath, I'll do it, but please don't say Seath. Yeah, easy as that. So, yeah, write a comment in here. And if you guys can't get to me, I'll just do one at random. I'll just flip a coin or whatever. Alright guys, peace. See you later.